Gordon, a former high school state champion in Montana. Look at this wrist lock here. Pops up. It's CB. The rhythm. Grabs the wrist.
It's a new confidence.
Oh, look at La Escalera locked in.
With the arm.
Whoa! And that's the elbow that was dislocated here in this very building.
Berger walked it away. Got him dead. Smack in the middle.
Wrist lock. Yeah, but it's Gordon with the strength. Takes CB's head off. Flip with the back flip. Step over, and it could be academic from here.
Yeah,
FTF locked in, and submits to Flip. Berger does. These two men just exchanging heavy leather here. PCO and Sledge going at it. That's why he must stop it. Charging in. Whoa! Oh! He's alive!
Yes, right.
Trading blows here in the center of the ring. Both men jockeying for position. Oh, it dumps Sledge to the outside. And he loves this move. Oh! And Joe Mandak's got a decision to make here on the outside. Oh, and you can't do that either.
He is shut-tied.
You can't do that either.
Look, who are these fellows?
Ring of Honor security is here to break things up. Danhausen. And the boys have torn the shirt off of Dalton Castle. Clothesline sends Dalton Castle over the top. Drop kick from Eli. No, oh my God!
You can put Eli ISO in any situation.
And Castle, the former world champion. 1, 2. And these three men not on the same page at Best in the World. Oh! Off the ropes, some misdirection. It's Isom. Wow!
Eli Isom will not be unsaid. Wow!
Castle just. Whoa! What the heck was that? The heck is this? That's the Magnum KO, the Magnum drop. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Quinn McKay, and there is so much going on in Ring of Honor that I'm here to smarten you up to it all. First, stay tuned to the end of week by week as today's exclusive match will see Brian Milonas go one-on-one with Joe Keys in a Pure Rules match. Plus, we're only days away. That is right. This weekend on ROH TV is the start of the historic tournament to crown a brand new Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And I'm happy to say I still have a chance to be in this thing. As a result of the Allure's constant disregard for the rules in our previous matches, Maria Kanellis-Bennett has given the power to you, the fan. You have the influence now, and you can let your voice be heard. Right now, there's a poll currently ongoing on the Experience Facebook page. I know I've had several chances at this, but I truly feel that if I had been given a fair fight in either of my matches against the Allure, I would have done what Mandy and Angelina said was impossible. Finally prove myself as a Ring of Honor competitor. So please, the decision is now in your hands. Anyway, this weekend on ROH TV, we will see 3 first-round matches. Former Women of Honor champion and veteran of the ring, Sumi Sakai will face the 19-year-old prodigy, Roxy. Let's take a closer look.
My name is Roxy. I'm 19 years old, and I am the prodigy. I did not actually give myself the name the prodigy. The people did. The fans have always seemed to believe in me a little more than I tend to believe in myself, but I am more than grateful for that. All I've ever wanted to do was just make 10-year-old little me proud, and I know that winning the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship would definitely make little me proud.
I've been tournament before, and I was a winner. A tournament is here. Of course, I am so ready. I would love to fight to win, and I will get dream come true.
Sumi, I respect everything you've done, but when we step in that ring, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I become the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
Another first-round match taking place this weekend is the Lucha baddie Miranda Alizé facing the Pink Dream, Alex Gracia. I am very excited for this one, so let's get to know these athletes a little bit more.
My name is Miranda Alizé, and I am the Lucha baddie from Houston, Texas.
My name is Alex Gracia, and I'm the Pink Dream. And I'm a girl who fights for who she is and fights for what she wants.
I'm very, very quick, spitfire, firecracker. I'm always the fastest person.
I'm an athletic wrestler. I can be fast, I can be quick, but I also know how to slow it down when I need to.
Alex, the pink dream, she's one of my best friends. Now, I know Alex's strengths, and I also know her weaknesses. But I promise you, she knows all of my strengths. She knows none of my weaknesses. And at the end of the day, my confidence level is here compared to hers.
I've let too much slip away from me to let you or anyone else in this tournament beat me.
Now, I'm fighting for the championship, but I'm fighting for so much more than that. And at the end of the day, that will make me the next Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
The third first-round match this weekend will be Las Vegas native Maserati going one-on-one with the Sacramento Suplex Machine, Nicole Savoy. Here are both Savoy and Maserati with words going into their match.
This is Maserati, and I'm all about my attitude. When I step in that ring, it's all eyes on me. I'm about to build this women's division from the ground up in my name.
I'm known as the Queen of Suplexes or the Sacramento Suplex Machine. You can't talk crap with me because I will shut it up. And I know that if I do catch Maserati in my half Nelson suplex, I know for sure that it's over and that it's going to advance me to the second round and eventually to the Women's Championship.
Maserati is smarter, a little bit quicker, and I'll find a way to win by any means necessary.
I want to show the world that I can stand on my own, that I am an individual, that I can be a world champion on my own.
She's tired of being left in the shadows. Well, sometimes some people in the shadows should just stay there.
The first women's match in ROH history took place in 2002, the company's very first year in existence. In the following years, some of the best women's wrestlers in the sport competed in an ROH ring, including Sarah Del Rey, Mickie James, Amazing Kong, Lacey, Mischief, and Daisy Hayes. These athletes paved the way for the current generation of women athletes in ROH. And this weekend, we'll start our journey of taking women's wrestling in ROH to the highest level. Also keep in mind that the hot mess, Chelsea Green, one of the hottest free agents in pro wrestling, made her ROH debut during the reveal of the ROH Women's World Title Tournament bracket at the Best in the World pay-per-view in Baltimore. Green, who was sporting a cast on her left arm, said she wasn't medically cleared by the Maryland State Athletic Commission to compete in the tournament, but that she will be watching every match and studying the competitors, so you can expect to see her this weekend on ROH TV in the commentary booth. I personally would love to be scouted and talked about by Chelsea Green, which is exactly why you should pop over to the Experience Facebook page and tell Ring of Honor that you want me to be in the Ring of Honor Women's Championship Tournament. On the latest edition of ROH TV, we saw the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper victorious in a triple threat match over Infinite Eli Isom and Dalton Castle. Coming off of a defeat in a six-man championship match at Best in the World, these three men have never actually gotten along, per se, but it seems like Draper is warming up to Dalton's critiques and advice. Let's hear from Dak following the match.
Brian Zane backstage here at Ring of Honor. An unusual set of circumstances to close out that triple threat with Dak Draper standing tall against Eli Isom and Dalton Castle. What happened out there, man?
You know, I've won a lot of matches in my life, and this is by far the weirdest one. Is Dalton Castle on my side? Is he? On one hand, it felt good to win it. It felt good to be cheered for again, and even if it was the boys, but is Dalton with me or against me? I don't do a lot of thinking, but I got a lot to think about.
Things not coming easy right now for one Mile High Magnum.
We also saw a battle of the big men on the latest edition of TV as PCO and Sledge battled to a no contest. These hard-hitting Goliaths went back and forth and toe-to-toe until the ref rang the bell when he couldn't control the chaos any longer. So let's hear from Sledge immediately following the bout.
I'm backstage here waiting for Sledge to make his way through the... Hey, Sledge, what happened out there, man? That was a wild brawl we just saw.
What just happened, Brian, is I just hung with a former world champion. That's exactly what happened in PCO. If you think this is over and you think I'm just going to lay down and just rest in hell, you got nothing coming.
Strong words, and that battle is not done yet. Big boy battle coming up ahead in the future, hopefully. Let's see that.
This story is not over, and word has it that Danhausen is setting up something between PCO and Sledge to take place in the future. So I'm sure that'll be very weird, and there'll be more details on it soon. Another match from the latest edition of ROH TV saw the next challenger for the ROH World Championship, the mercenary Flip Gordon, as I call him, young Felipe, successful against the world-famous CB. Let's go to Flip right when he came back to the locker room.
Brian Zane here backstage at Ring of Honor, and I'm joined now by Flip Gordon with a very emphatic win over the world-famous CB, beating somebody once again with the STF. Submit to Flip. Is that the new move to watch in Ring of Honor?
I only have one thing to say, and that's that I've got nothing to say until I get my Ring of Honor world title shot.
All right. He is very consistent. He wants his world title shot.
Flip is a man of few words lately, and we know that his long-awaited opportunity is right around the corner. It will be the most wanted Bandito defending his newly won ROH World Championship for the first time against Flip at Glory by Honor, Night 1 on August 20th in Philadelphia at the 2300 Arena. New champion Bandito will also be in action on Night 2, teaming up with Ray Orris against former world champion Roosh and current television champion Dragon Lee in a Lucha tag team match. That match is going to be absolutely bananas, and tickets are on sale for Glory by Honor Night 1 and 2 in Philadelphia, and both events will be streamed live on Honor Club. Now, the Glory by Honor Night 2 main event on August 21st will see the last stand. Matt Taven and Vincent will both be locked inside a steel cage, and this will definitely be one that you do not want to miss. Although Taven offered to give it all up and put his ROH career on the line for one match with Vincent, Vincent declined, as he ultimately wanted Taven to bear witness to him eventually winning the ROH World Championship. Let's hear from the leader of the Righteous right now.
You got what you wanted, man. You got what you wanted, man. The real strong have no reason to prove it to the phonies. Taven, at best in the world. If I had known you wanted to get hurt that badly, we would have done a much better job. At Glory by Honor, in the steel cage, I'm gonna kill what's left your ego, man. And I'm gonna keep your body alive. So you can watch me hold the most precious thing to you, man. And that's the Ring of Honor World Championship. Dig what I'm saying? Dig what I'm saying, man!
Glory by Honor Night 1 and 2 will also be a war zone for the factions, as we'll see the stables doing battle in 2 giant 8-man tag team showdowns. On Night 1, it's Violence Unlimited versus the Faction Ingobernable, and then on Night 2, it's Violence Unlimited versus the Foundation. All of these units have been trading titles back and forth, and as the tension and hostility continues to build, it is anybody's guess who will ultimately reign supreme. One title the Foundation has been able to hold on to throughout all of this is the ROH Pure Championship. And that title will not be leaving the Foundation anytime soon, as on Night 1 we'll see the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham, face fellow teammate, the professional Red Titus. Red has been at the top of the Pure rankings for quite some time, and he gets his shot on August 20th in Philadelphia. One thing is for sure, and that is that this will be a showcase of technical mastery and embody everything that the Pure Division and the Foundation stands for. Another match on night 1, just announced, is EC3 going one-on-one with the Mecca, Bryan Johnson. I cannot wait for this one. EC3 is a no-nonsense kind of guy, and Mecca's name might as well be Bryan Nonsense Johnson. We'll announce more matches for Glory by Honor night 1 and 2 next week right here. And in the meantime, get your tickets now at ROHWrestling.com. Also, get your tickets for ROH's return to Lakeland, Florida for Death Before Dishonor live on pay-per-view on Sunday, September 12th. Tickets are on sale now, and if our last pay-per-view is any indication, this event will be truly spectacular. We know the finals of the ROH Women's Championship Tournament will take place at Death Before Dishonor, and you can expect more matches to be announced soon. Last week, we debuted a new segment here on Week by Week, and that's going to continue today. It's Joe Hendry's 60-second breakdown.
I'm Joe Hendry, and this is the Technique Tuesday's 60-second breakdown. Today, we're going to be looking at one of the best all-round athletes, not just in professional wrestling, but all of sports. There are very few people who can mix his technique, his agility, his speed, and his raw power. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. It's Bandido. Oh! All these attributes are perfectly demonstrated with his 21-plex finisher. Check this out. It is a German suplex, but not just any standard German suplex. He approaches his opponent, grabs the waist, and he then flips himself over his opponent, hitting the ropes to get extra momentum, brings himself back ground, and the moment his feet touch the ground, he explodes backwards with the hip. And I also love this bit of technique as well. He uses that inverted fisherman's grip on the leg to pull the opponent's knee closer to their face, making it almost impossible to kick out. So you've got the speed, you've got the power, and you've got the technique. That is why the 21-plex is so damn effective.
Be sure to check out all of the fresh content on all of the ROH platforms. The latest ROH Strong podcast features guest Nicole Savoy. The Sacramento Suplex Machine details stories about her life traveling all over the world as she made a name for herself in the world of pro wrestling, and talks about her history and pride of wrestling and succeeding here in Ring of Honor. The ROH Strong podcast host Kevin Eck also breaks news all the time in his weekly X-Files article on ROHWrestling.com. Other articles include A Dose of Colemanism by one of my very favorite people, Caprice Coleman, and much, much more. Also, there's the Best on the Planet 24/7 streaming channel on the Stir and Plex apps. Plus, ShopHonor.com has a bunch of new stuff like the SOS Love armbands. Plus, get a poster of the new ROH champion Bandido, t-shirts, Honor Pals, and much more. Oh, and these QR codes that will take you to specific destinations. Go ahead, hold up your phone to the screen. We're living in the future. Y'all, ROH is on fire right now, and if you're proud to be an ROH fan, let us hear it. Share your thoughts and opinions about all things Ring of Honor in our Facebook group and hashtag #ChooseYourHonor, like voting for whether or not I should be in the Quest for Gold tournament. And now, it's time for a match I've been waiting for since I heard about it, regardless of the fact that one of them got bent out of shape about the way I expressed it. It's Joe Keys versus Brian Milonas in a pure rules match. Like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon down below. I'm Quinn McKay, and I'll see you next week on Week by Week.
It's Week by Week time here in Baltimore, Maryland. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman. Caprice, we got a pure matchup with the largest competitor ever in the pure division.
I can't wait to see it. Brian's been saying for years he can do this. Here's a chance to prove it.
Gonna have to prove a lot of people wrong here today. The sounds of Indian Head flare through the UMBC Event Center. He's not coming alone today either.
This is a week-by-week exclusive match. It will be contested under pure wrestling rules, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied by the Beer City Bruiser and Ken Dixon. He is representing the Bouncers, Bryan Milonas.
I'm about to take over this division.
This is literally the biggest pure match ever.
Literally.
Mr. Pure. Call me Mr. Pure.
Mr. Pure. Look at the swagger he's got, though.
I call him Mr. Pure.
This new attitude from the Bouncers, from Ken Dixon. They say they're coming for the tag titles. They say they're coming for the six-man titles. And is Brian Milonas coming for the Pure title?
Hey, who's to say anything different? If he can wrestle and he can stay within the rules, who can stop him?
I'm with you, Caprice. I'm absolutely with you. I never want to doubt anybody, but, you know, we seem to see the guys that are built like Jonathan Gresham, the guys that are built like Jay Lethal, Tracy Williams, Josh Woods. Those guys have a little bit more success, and guys built like this.
His opponent, be accompanied by Dante Caballero, wrestling out of the ROH dojo, weighing 203 pounds, Joe Keys.
Rick Bonnie, I've been wrestling for over 25 years, and one thing I've learned is not to judge a book by its cover, man. So many people have proven over and over again that if you put them in the right situations, they can do whatever they need to do.
Joe Keys, one of those individuals. He won a pure gauntlet in December of 2020. Earned himself a pure title shot. He's been a mainstay trying to grow in that division.
He's earned his spot as a first substitute for the foundation.
And we're taking a look here. You see the glare between Ken Dixon, Caballero, and Keys.
Mr.
Dixon
Keys,
turning
you
his...
won't wrestle me? You won't wrestle me, Mr. Keys?
Just the confidence that Milonas has now. I promise you, man, this guy is... I've been talking to Bryan. I've been talking to Bruiser. I've been talking to both of these guys about the attitude, how they're just too nice. And now they're taking the advice, and who's going to stop them? Look at this.
Oh, my goodness. Front face lock here. You know what? Milonas has lost about 40 pounds since the pandemic.
Yeah, I can see.
If you remember, and there you see Ken Dixon, who has been paid to sit at the broadcast position, the timekeeper's position, and drink beer by the bouncers to learn under their learning tree.
He's wrestling. He made him grab. Look, hey.
Certainly is. Nothing wrong with that.
And here's the thing, Rick Bonnie. You got somebody 400 pounds wrestling you.
That is
all
rope
you
break
want
number
to do
one
is grab a
for
rope.
Joe Keys.
And if you haven't seen pure matches before, you get 3 rope breaks. After the third, you can pin, submit your opponent in, on, or underneath the ropes. You get a 20 count on the outside. And there's a rope break for Bryan Milonas.
That is rope break number 1 for Bryan Milonas.
And he swung kind of a closed fist there. If you land 2, which is a large part of his arsenal,
That's 2 rope breaks.
That is rope break number 2 for Bryan Milonas.
And that's the punch.
Bryan Milonas has been issued a warning for use of a closed fist.
Man, this hasn't even been a minute into the match. We had 2 rope breaks, closed fist. That's just for one person.
Yeah, one person's going to say 3 total. And Milonas with this do-rag.
Count him out.
Well, dude, never mind.
We didn't even get to finish the rules of this pure match. 20 count on the outside. You get 3 rope breaks. You can pin or submit your opponent in, on, or under the ropes. You get 2 closed fists. The second results in... Excuse me, I'm flustered with all this talking. 1 closed fist. Second results in disqualification. If your licensed second interferes in your match, they are disqualified and they are fired from Ring of Honor.
We're making history in so many words. I think this is the first time you've had to call out the rules when most of them have already been broken. Well, half the rules you've already called have already been broken in this match.
Right.
or used.
Probably in big trouble.
That's an understatement.
Bryan Milonas. Who's to say he wouldn't be successful?
Oh my God! That's all I'm saying. It's a mastodon with an attitude. Are you kidding me right now?
How's Tracy Williams gonna lock on a face lock? How's Gresham gonna lock up? Who's gonna get out of this body scissors?
That's
Just
what
like
I'm saying.
200 pounds of legs.
I'm trying to I try to put myself in those situations to be like, what would I do? And it's almost like you
Run
would have
away.
to force rope breaks or something. I don't know.
And look at Keys trying to fight out of it. He does by wearing down the ankle, breaking the grip of Milonas. But we see side headlock takeovers, these hip tosses. That's probably not going to work against Milonas.
People always ask, does size matter? Size definitely matters if you know what you're doing with it. And this is an example.
And look at this, going for the cover here. 1, 2.
Look at that. See how hard it is to kick out with somebody like Milonas covering you?
Take a look at Dante Caballero cheering on his tag team partner. No love lost. We mentioned it briefly earlier. Ken Dixon aligning himself with the bouncers. No love lost between Ken Dixon, Joe Keys, and Caballero. Turning his back on them to align himself with the Beer City Bruiser and Bryan Milonas.
See, anybody else, a normal wrestler, you'd be able to rip past that, go to the outside, reverse it. You see how much work Keys had to get in. Now, Keys has him on his knees because he was already there.
And he can't even get his arm underneath his chin.
He can't. His head is too big.
Look at him trying to climb the ladder. Oh!
That'd be another rope break? Yeah, that's it. He's out of it.
That is the third and final rope break for Bryan Milonas.
Now, this puts Bryan in trouble because if he gets put in this position again, if he grabs the rope, he's still going to have it locked in. So now I feel, are going to be able to see what happens when Bryan's in this situation.
Well, if I'm Joe Keys, first of all, I'm thinking survive. Second of all, I'm thinking maybe look for that rear naked choke. Oh, yeah, that second punch would have got him disqualified.
Bruiser was there to let him know.
Oh, Joe Keys with a big forearm to the back. And it's Keys climbing as fast as he can to the top. Trying to take advantage of this moment. Drop kick.
Got him.
Oh, wait a minute. Jay Lethal's here as Keys sends Milonas to the outside.
Well, that's what I was saying. Keys, man, one of the first substitutes for the Foundation. The Foundation likes Keys. They like Caballero.
Oh! Plants Milonas.
They've invested in these guys, man. They believe in them.
I didn't expect to see Jay Lethal down here.
Hey, man, we prosper, man. When you see somebody that's listening, they're trying their best, you pour yourself into them. That's what Jay Lethal's doing. When you invest in somebody, Ripper Bonnie, you put your time in. That's what's called an investment, man. You see something in it, you want those people to be the best.
And look at Bruiser and Dixon. 13 count on the outside. And wait a minute, Bruiser has Caballero. Dixon has him locked up. Bruiser with the chair. Keys on the outside. If Bruiser or Ken Dixon hit Joe Keys, they're fired. Yep. They're out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah! Come on, franchise! Don't touch me!
Jay realized that when he got closer, he pulled Caballero back.
You guys like to play. You got him. Come on, you got him.
Sending Keys in. And Bryan Milonas remains in control here against Joe Keys. Off the ropes. Oh,
my goodness.
Oh.
Finish it now. Finish it.
Oh, God!
Cover him.
Oh, crushing the sternum.
Stay down.
3.
Hold my beer. Watch this. The winner of this match, Bryan Milonas.
He breaks the Richter scale on that one.
Or 3 ribs, whichever.
Wow. Bryan Milonas is just one of pure wrestling. And listen to Dixon, listen to the instigator over there, the man that turned his back on.
They're trying to keep the code of honor and say shake hands. That's what he's wanting to do.
That felt a little bit more pointed than that.
You didn't shake hands?
I'm reading between the lines there what Ken Dixon's saying.
Sometimes just read the page, Rick Bonnie, they want to shake hands. Shake hands. That's what Foundation's about, right? There you go.
Code of honor adhered to. Bryan Milonas, your winner here on Week by Week. Thanks so much for joining us. Bryan Milonas, your winner in the Pure Division. Happy wrestling, everybody.
This guy.